I would like to now ask Dylan Hickey, who's been a part of our church for about 4 or 5 months now, to please share his testimony.
Hey guys.
I love you, Dylan!
So I'm going to tell you a little about myself. First off, I like playing guitar, as you've seen in the praise band. I like to sing, and I like to act, and I like to hang out with friends, play video games on the computer. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, like, not very beginning, but I was raised as a Catholic, and I used to always go to religious education, and I never really liked it. It was always boring the way they taught it, and yeah. And a lot of people agreed with me in the class. They always agreed. So around the time I got out of high school, which was when confirmation was, which is when you confirm your faith, I was done. I was like, I'm not going back to church. I didn't see any point to it because it was like, why? So over time, I always kept praying though. I always pray every night before I go to bed. And I started to pray for specific things. And I know that's not really what prayer's about, but the specific things started coming true. So one specific thing, which is what brought me here, was I actually prayed because other things were coming true. It was like, bring me back to church. I want to go back to church, but I don't want to go back to the church I've been at. So the Lord was working ever since I was in kindergarten and first grade, because I've known Melanie, wherever she is. She's back there. And I've known her since I was in kindergarten maybe. And we started talking around time of last year, and the Lord kept bringing us closer and closer together. And one time, 4 or 5 months ago, I don't know exactly, she invited me to a party. I didn't know what it was about, just a party at her church. I didn't know what it was. So I expected, I get to meet new people, hang out with people, have food. And those weren't the right reasons. So I would go to youth group. I used to go to youth group. It's not the same reason now, of course. I used to go to youth group just, to hang out, meet people, and then when they would give the message, I'd be like, come on. So, and I started to go to the services, but those weren't, I wouldn't go all the time. I would come to usually just the services, sometimes Sunday school, because I really just wanted to, sleep, because I was really tired, on Sundays, and I wanted to sleep in school. So, over time, God started to, work in my life to bring me closer to Him in ways that, He started to bring, bad things, He wouldn't bring bad things, but, He was trying to get me closer to Him. And, such as things in school and people spreading stuff, whether it's true or not. They spread lies, too. And stresses at home also, really affected me. So I wanted to know, what can I do? So I went to people in the church who I've already been seeing, and they said, Jesus can really help me. And over time, it finally sunk, and I finally, on the day of Pastor Bill's 40th anniversary, I didn't go to it. Why do they keep saying 40? I don't know why 40's in my head. Anyway, 20th anniversary. I accepted Jesus for real as my Lord and Savior. So now I've accepted Him, and that should be it, right? Everything should be getting better, right? No, not just like that. So I thought it would get better, so as things kept, I would see glimpses of it getting better, but it wouldn't get fully better, and I wouldn't see, what it could be. So then I asked, why isn't it getting better? And I got the worst, at the time, I thought it was, the worst advice ever. It's read the Bible. I was like, how does reading a book help you get more confident and help in life? So I was like, okay, I'll take that. What can it hurt? So I I didn't know where to start in the Bible, so I looked on the internet for stories, and I read one story, and that was it. And over time, my confidence grew, and then as I wouldn't read, it would go down, down, down. So I would ask again, like, why isn't this working? And they said, you're not reading the Bible. So I'm like, okay. So I read it again, and I went this cycle. I kept doing this cycle until I was like, okay, I'm being dumb. I should be reading every day. So I eventually got a devotional from Ray. Ray gave me a devotional, which is like, for those of you who don't know, it's a year thing. Every day you read a verse and it explains it. And I've been doing that ever since like one of the weeks of the Passion Play. And he gave it to me actually on one of the nights of the Passion Play. So so everything just like has been coming together, and I would never have expected, like a year ago, like standing in front of you guys telling you this. Like I would have never expected that. I probably would be sleeping. So yeah, so now I know that like I should be walking with the Lord, and that's what He called me to do. And thank you very much.